Howdy everybody, ArgonMatrix here. Welcome to episode 120 of The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. We're doing a challenge run today. I believe this one is pay to play. Am I correct? Yeah, we got pay to play here. I don't really remember the full extent of what this challenge actually is, but let's find out together, shall we? So we start with money equals power as well as a sack of coins. Oh yeah, I remember this one now. Okay, we gotta go to Isaac, it looks like. There's our seed for today, JBGY, PGHK. All letters C is always a dicey one for sure. So you can see we start with 50 coins, a single bomb, as Isaac always starts with, and every room is locked by a coin door. So basically the gist of this run is that you have to have enough money in order to actually get through the game. And obviously money equals power is a pretty valuable starting item here. But every time we enter a room, our damage is going to go down by 0.05 only, but over time that's definitely going to add up. Thankfully, sack of pennies is going to help negate that somewhat. But like we can check out shops here, for instance. Like 15 cents on a run like this, where we have to have money in order to continue, is a pretty big investment. But for something like Champion's Belt, might actually be worth it. Especially early on here, I think we can stomach this, but we can't be affording to spend too much money on things like spirit hearts or cards or random little things like that. On a normal run, that's totally okay. Obviously, on this run, every single penny is going to count. It creates a very interesting sort of dynamic where, you know, like obviously money is not usually the most important aspect of any run. Unless you have a very certain subset of circumstances, or just like a good an item that works really well with money, like money equals power or something. But on this run, from the very start to the very end, we're going to be needing some form of money. And obviously, sack of pennies is going to keep us afloat for a little while here, but it's not going to be able to support us through the entire game, I'm pretty sure. Thankfully, we are playing on normal mode, it looks like, thanks to the white outline of the cross. Also, apparently, every time we get hits, we lose money. So that's scary. Because normally when Dingle hits you, you don't just pop money out like that. So that's a very terrifying prospect. Let's not let that happen too often then. That's another thing. I suppose that's another one of the reasons why they start you with money equals power, to make you strong enough to sort of avoid taking damage as much as you otherwise might. Again, though, I don't know how hard this challenge is going to be necessarily. I don't know if it's going to be hard at all, to be quite frank with you. It really depends on the run you get, I think. There are certain runs where you're just going to get a shit ton of money all the time, and you're not going to really even notice the challenge that much. There are no treasure rooms on this challenge, so keep that in mind. And then there might be runs where you just starved for money entirely, so who knows what this one's going to entail for us. I'm hoping that it's not going to be one where we're starved. I'm also hoping that you know that till now I always got by on my own, and I never really cared until I met you, and now it chills me to the bone. How do I get you alone? I've been listening to a lot of Alyssa Reed songs lately. She's got some good chops on her, you know. Not all of her videos are like hundreds of millions of views on YouTube or anything, but she's got some good stuff going on. Satisfaction Guarantee was a bit of an odd one, especially if you watch the music video for it, but, you know, it's still good. Still got a good voice. And a tight ass, well, I mean, that's just undeniable, I'm afraid. Yeah, I'm a guy. That's, we notice stuff like that. Regardless. I'm not gonna go make a list about it, you know, like in 13 Reasons Why or something. Did I ever talk about that show in a video? I think I'd mentioned that I watched it, but I never really talked that much about it. It's a show you really need to watch for yourself if you're gonna watch it and if you're interested in it. Basic premise of it is that there's this girl who commits suicide, and she creates 13 audio cassette tapes that list the 13 different reasons why she killed herself. A very uplifting topic, I know. And then she leaves those tapes with the people who are related to those various reasons that she killed herself. Like, she leaves the set of tapes with, like, the first person on the tapes, and then that person is supposed to pass it along through to the second person and third person, and so on and so forth, until everyone's heard the tapes, and then do what they will with them after that, I suppose. It's a very interesting show, and it delves a lot into some very heavy topics, so trigger warning, I suppose. But, like, it was really, really good. It just, like, totally destroyed my mind for a whole day, basically. Because, like, if you're not in the right space of mind to watch that show, which I clearly was not, because it's absolutely wrecked me, then I would not recommend watching it, like, right away. Wait until you're at least, like, in a relatively, like, happy place in your life. Not to say that I'm not happy in my life right now, it's far from the truth. But at the same time, I just have a very specific mindset, I suppose. Maybe it just wasn't the show for me to ever watch, but I don't know. I'm glad that it did, I suppose, in the end. But that's enough somber talk. How's this run going so far? I mean, it's fine. It's I'm not wanting for too much here. But I am sort of keeping an eye on that coin counter. I'm noticing that it's very slowly going down, like the medium amount of coins that we have is going down. Because obviously we're not getting any sort of influx of coins. So I'm actually going to go ahead and shoot all this poop to see if we can get any extra coins here. And I don't believe it's going to be worth it to go to the shop, because the shop, like, I think on a run like this, the shop is not that wise, for pretty obvious reasons, I would think. Mostly because you could be very easily tempted into spending some money that you're going to need in the future if you want to survive. I don't actually know what would happen if we do run out of money on this run. Like, do we just instantly die, or is it just like, oh, I guess you just can't progress anymore, or what happens? I don't know. Another interesting item to add to this run that, like, didn't exist when the run was created, when the challenge was created, would be Greed's Gullet. Which, I mean, I know that's an item you have to unlock from a different challenge, I think, or from Greed mode or something. But it would be it would add an interesting dynamic to things, because that item, I believe, makes it so every 25 cents you have nets you another red heart container. So the more money you spend, the fewer hearts you would actually have, which would be an interesting concept for sure. Gotta grab that money, man. It's worth it, I swear. We're down to 19 cents. I'm not super happy about that, and I've been hitting a lot of dead ends on this run, and this is just a really big floor for some reason. So I'm not super happy about that either. And also, the more money we spend, the less damage we're going to do. So it's a very scary downward spiral that we're in right now. And I'm hoping that it'll resolve itself sooner rather than later. Maybe I should be going out looking for a secret room, actually, just because secret rooms do tend to have pretty good avenues for money. Like, if they don't just contain money outright, which they often do, then you can usually blow up the shopkeepers in there and get something out of it. So I'll probably go back and try and track that down if I can. I also can't help but notice that the door stays open, I guess, once you paid to have it open. This is not good. This is not a good room for me. Like, the door never closed when I entered this room, so I don't know. I guess I could theoretically just leave if I really wanted to, but I don't know if the door would reclose once I came in or something. Who knows, man? Who knows how this shit all works? So this could be our secret room down here. I'm gonna check it out. Hope for the best. No? Okay. Well, maybe here then. Let me make sure it's in line with the door space properly. There we go. No actual money outright, but we do get a bomb for our troubles, break even basically, and we could get some money from these guys, hopefully. That's good. That's some good shit right there. I'm starting to really get a little bit concerned. I'll go ahead and blow these guys up. I know it's our last bomb, but what else are we really going to use bombs for, if not to try and get money on this run? It's worth it to maybe fight this. I don't have to pay to get in here for some reason. I don't know. I'm going to try it, I guess. Oh, good. My favorite. Well, you know what? As long as we don't get hit over the course of this room, I can be fine with this, I guess. If we do, then we're going to lose money, and it's going to be a whole big thing. We're also going to lose half of our spirit heart, which is deal with the devil insurance. Not that we're likely to get one on this floor anyway, but, you know, for the future, gotta think long term, man. Gotta think about that 401k, not just about what you're going to eat for lunch the next day. Unintentional rhymes are unintentional. There we go, we're done with that. Did get a key out of the deal at any rate, which keys are not as valuable on this run as they are on normal runs, because obviously no locked door is going to take a key on this run. But it could come in handy for golden chests and stuff, so I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth, as it were. Let's see who our boss is today. Big Horn. The boss door did close behind me, so that's something I was a little bit interested to know, I suppose. Big Horn is pretty nasty, but I think we have enough damage to deal with him without too much worry here. We got 6.32. I do definitely think, even though it put us in a bit of a fiscally worse position, buying Champion Belt on the previous floor, not the previous floor, but like a couple floors ago, was the right decision. I don't know, maybe it wasn't even actually like objectively the right decision. Maybe you get more damage out of 15 cents with money equals power than you do out of Champion Belt outright, but I highly doubt that, because at 15 cents, what would that be? 15 times 0.05 is like 0.25 damage. Champion Belt has to be bigger than a 0.25 damage upgrade. I wasn't paying attention to what it actually was when I got it, but there's no way it's lower than that. It's just not feasible. Otherwise it's never worth taking practically. Use that 15 cents for something else, man. Got crackjacks here, which is totally fine. Bob's Bladder is a weird trinket that I've never really wanted. That's fine by me right there. No bombs to fight the angel statue even if I wanted to, but I don't particularly want to. It's not like this is a Mega Satan worthy run. The arcade is tempting maybe, but you know, that's the temptation you get with actual gambling in real life as well. It's like, you know, I could go in with like 21 cents now and come out with 99. Who knows, man? Who knows what could happen in there? The most likely occasion, though, is that I'm going to go in with 21 cents and leave with like 5. So let's try to avoid doing that. I can see Forever is actually pretty sweet, because it'll let us find our secret rooms without any hassle here, especially because we don't have bombs. That's very good. Not happy with this so far. I'm just glad enemies can't like steal my coins or anything. I mean, they can when they hit me, but not when they like just walk over the coins or anything silly like that. I'm not even super concerned about my health. My health has actually been pretty good on this run so far, especially with that deal with the angel on the previous floor. It's really just the money that's a main concern for me. Even the damage is fine so far, although I will say, if we don't get something else to boost it soon, we may start to feel the burn on that one pretty readily. Especially as the lower the damage we have, the more hits we're likely to take. And then the more money we're likely to lose, and it's just the whole big thing that I would like to avoid if possible. We'll see, though. This guy's probably going to drop, not money, but a battery charge, right? Which is not super valuable to me. Unless I get, like a wooden nickel or something. Thank you. I'm going to go ahead and bomb this guy. Hope for the best. Got spiders out of it. Spoiders. Oh, boy, spoiders. My favorite. Let's go ahead and check this room out, because it's free to do so. Any room that I can check out for free is a blessing on this run for sure. It reminds me of the Cursed run back in episode like 50 or whatever that was, where like, you know, walking into every single room would hurt you. But I think this one's going to be a little bit on the easier side than compared to that one. That one wasn't even that bad for us. There was some interesting synergy going on, I remember, with the whole Unicorn Stump versus Yumheart play. Who knew which one would be better? I think ultimately I made the wrong choice, even though I talked like I made the right choice, even though I talked like I made the wrong choice. I don't know, though. The past is in the past. We succeeded on that run at any rate, so that much is fine. And so far, we're succeeding on this run, although I don't know how long that's going to persist. Because you might look at this run and say, you're doing fine, you got nothing to worry about. It's totally in the bag so far. And if this run was only going to Mom, I would probably agree with you. Fact of the matter is, this run is going to Isaac. That's a long ways away yet, so we really have to make sure we play this run to the best of our ability up until we can just take a breather. And really, when can I take a breather? After the Isaac fight, I would say. That's about the only time I'll give myself relief here. Alright, not gonna play with fire and enter that shop. I guess I This is a weird place. It's like a weird roundabout section of the map. Hopefully this goes off to the right here. Oh, it does, but it dead ends as well, so not super happy with my choices so far in life. I mean, that's a little bit heavy, I suppose. Not so on this run, I guess I should say. On my life of this run. My life that has existed for the past 15 minutes or so. Probably not worth checking that room out. I wish I could just, like, not have to take the long way around here, but I really don't want to spend that extra cent. Is the thing. Every little bit counts. I gotta be super frugal Luther. Frugal Luther. Wasn't that a Kim Possible villain? I think so. Kim Possible is so good, dude. My friends and I were like talking about the Kim Possible movie the other day and just how awesome it was. And it's like, man, I gotta go watch that shit again. I need that dime, by the way. That dime is top of the line right now. Ooh, I'm not happy about that so much. I should have been paying more attention, I suppose, to make sure those bomb flies didn't blow up the one rock that I needed. But, you know, it's fine. It's fine. It really is. I know in my heart that I will get a some form of flight in the next like couple seconds, and then I will be fine. See, one of these chests here is just gonna contain a Hanged Man card, and no one will be the wiser. Don't even worry about it. Didn't mean to blow up that TNT, but it's okay because we still got multiple other sources. Thanks for that. You didn't even see that bullet, to be real with you. Okay. So it's gonna be a little bit finicky to get these chests in the right position, but I don't want to have to spend any more bombs than I need to, so let's go ahead and do that. Got a key and a spirit heart, which is fine, I suppose. Let's go ahead and drop this guy on down to here. Come on, buddy. Come on, little stone chest. Here we go. Oh, boy, that's actually pretty solid. And then we'll go ahead and I guess just blow this guy straight up. Not likely to get too much out of him. In fact, nothing at all, but feels like I'm wearing nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. The Fallen, huh? Ooh, the Bob's Bladder Bombs, though. Hell yeah. That's my jam. Of course, the Fallen's not affected by the creep at all, but it was kind of cool to see at any rate. I guess that's a synergy I never considered, is like Anarchist Cookbook or the Tower card with Bob's Bladder. That's a weird one. This is not a good boss fight. This is a really not a good boss fight for me. I need something amazing out of the Fallen here to make me feel much better about this run. Come on, buddy. Guppy's Hairball. Well, it's not amazing, but it is a contributing factor to the Guppy transformation. Holy Water is pretty bad. And no way to get that dime in the previous room, huh? Really just gonna screw me out of that one. I was so happy to see it, and it's like amazing how fast I went from like elated from seeing the dime to just ultimately like crushed and angry at seeing the results of my actions having made the dime inaccessible. That's okay though. We'll keep trucking on here. That Fallen fight was pretty terrible, I will admit. We lost a lot of money and a lot of life on that fight. But I have faith in my own abilities. I don't know how much faith I should put in my own abilities, given how I've been playing so far, but if you don't have faith in yourself, what do you have faith in, right? Although I will say I am starting to feel the burn like I said I would on this damage front. We really don't have any extra sources of damage beyond Money Equals Power and Champion Belt, and Money Equals Power is very, very quickly waning. Really need a sack of pennies to be paying out with like nickels and dimes or something. I don't know if that's even theoretically possible, but I would like it to be. I would like it to be more than anything I've ever imagined in my life today, up to this point. That was a lot of qualifiers for that sentence, I realized. It made, you know, the more qualifiers you add to a sentence, you have to strike a fine line with qualifiers. Certain qualifiers, like, are good. You need a certain amount of qualifiers to get a certain specificity in the meaning of your sentences. But if you add too many, then it starts to lose well, it doesn't start to lose specificity, it starts to lose meaning more than anything else. In a weird sort of roundabout way. I digress, though. People aren't interested in that shit. People just want to see me lose on this run. Ow, well, I didn't think there was a blue champion. It didn't look like a blue champion that would spray bullets like that. That was annoying. I believe that was Sack Penny paying out with a nickel right there, which I'm very, very happy with. I'm glad to see that it is actually possible. If we can see a couple more payouts like that, I'd be super happy with it. Until such a time, though, we just have to be very careful with how we play here. Play it like it's a lost run, boy. Play that lost run, baby. I mean, I can't really play it like it's a lost run because I can't fly and I don't have spectral tears. And that's really come back to bite me here. It's like flight on this room would have been pretty helpful, to be real with you. I think I only lose a single cent every time I take a hit. Although I'm not fully sure, to be real with you. I'll just keep repeating myself today. I feel like I've repeated the same phrases so many times throughout this entire video. It's one of those days, man, where I get those phrases stuck in my head, and then it's like, I gotta use that phrase, gotta wear it down to death. What's the phrase of the day, man? Alright, so we got Liberty Cap, which is gonna be better for us than Bob's Bladder by far, I think. And we have Brownie. Joy of joys. I love fighting Brownie on substandard damage and no piercing tears. It's really the highlight of my day. I'm kind of starting to see the writing on the wall this run, though. I'm a little worried that we're just, like, never going to improve, and we're just going to fall to a slow death. I don't know. I guess we're going to find out in the next couple of floors here. But it's starting to feel that way. Like, it would be really disheartening to me to, like, succeed on so well on so many of these challenges, and then lose the challenge streak to speed like I did. And then just, like, randomly lose to pay to play. That's not even, like, that I sort of scoffed at. It's like, oh, I don't think it's going to be that hard of a challenge. I think it's just a matter of getting the right luck on your run. Thank you for that, though. That is actually a huge help. It doesn't help at all on the money front, but it might, I mean, it might help on the money front in the sense that it'll make me take less damage, ideally. So that I'll be losing less money, because I won't be getting hit as much. But that remains to be seen, I suppose. For now, all I know is that, like, +3 damage or whatever it is, plus 3.5 damage, was a very, very beneficial thing, and I can really feel a difference on that. So thank you so much. It sounded like I was being a little bit facetious there. Oh, amnesia, good. Really, really good. That's exactly what I wanted to see on this run. Because, you know, Curse of the Lost is it's just a good time. I mean, it's not that bad, because it's not like I have to pay every time I enter a room, period, even if I've already, like, cleared the room. That's where I think the curse challenge was worse, because that, like, regardless of if you had cleared the room or not, you still have to take damage when you enter every room, even if you're, like, just backtracking. Whereas in this one, if you've paid to enter the room, you're good. That door is unlocked forever, and you can just enter it for free from there on out. Still, though, Curse of the Lost is going to make things a bit twisty here for a little bit. In fact, I'm down below 10 cents now, so I really need to not take any more damage. Alright. Slowly building up our economy again. That's the thing about this, though, is that, like, you can get really low, but there are certain various coups, or, like, coups. That doesn't sound right. Coups or coup. Is the plural of coup just coup? C-O-U-P? I don't know. But, there are certain outlets, I suppose, in this game where you can just get a lot of money very quickly. And, so, like, we could just randomly come across the dollar if we decide to play a slot machine, which would be really unadvisable, I would say, because the odds of that paying out are very slim. But, like, you know, just random nickels and dimes as well make a huge difference. A single nickel can actually make us subsist for a pretty good while, especially with a sack of pennies on our side as well. Look, we're actually gaining money, or at least maintaining an equilibrium in some sense here. God damn it. One thing that does suck about having a Curse of the Lost here, or Amnesia Pill, or whatever you want to call it, same effect, is that I won't know which rooms are dead ends before I go into them. Like if one of these rooms next to this room is a shop, I wouldn't know until I actually enter, whereas I could know that and not spend the money otherwise. Regardless, man, this guy's just hiding out over here. What an asshole. Hey, don't go over the rocks. Got algaes here, which is fine. It'll help me from taking damage on maybe a certain boss fight or something. Certain tricky rooms. Tricky dicky rooms. I feel like this is the first time I've gotten to use a key all run, practically. Didn't really pay out that well for me, but beggars can't be choosers. Beggars can't be choosers. Alright, which direction should I be heading? Let's try over this way. I mean, that pill could be worth it. Is there any pill that gives me money? I don't think so. There's no, like, bombs or coin or anything, or keys or coin. I mean, neither of those would be really that helpful in this instance anyway, if they did exist. Only if I'd gotten, like, skeleton key or something would I want some sort of a key to coin exchange like that. For now, let's just go ahead and do this. Speed up is fine. We also got another amnesia pill. Might as well pop it here, honestly. Got an arcade there. Probably not worth it. Oh, here's the shop. I mean, I might as well blow up the shopkeeper, I suppose. Could get some money out of that. Maybe that's the linchpin in this run that I've just been avoiding this entire time, is blowing up shopkeepers. Spent 1 month coin to get in there and got 2 out of it, so can't be all bad, right? So I've exhausted many dead ends on this floor so far. Let's try going down here, I suppose. Because I think these 2 different paths out of the starting room are the only ones that can really take me anywhere anymore. If I'm keeping track of it all right. There's a tinted rock over there. Can tinted rocks pay out with money? I don't think they can directly, but they can pay out with golden chests that can pay out with money. So, I mean, I'm gonna blow it up either way, even if it can pay out with money or not. Go ahead and do it. Do it to it, my man. Alright, that's fine. Excuse me? Excuse me? I can't enter this room? I paid good money. Are you serious with this right now? What's happening? I'll put a bomb down. Don't think I won't. Alright then. I'm gonna try this way and hope that this is the path to the boss, because if that other path is to the boss, I don't know what I can really do. That's weird. I don't know what happened there. Regardless, we got 48-hour energy here. Please don't dead end. I shouldn't have done that. I should have blown up that poop to make a bridge across that golden chest, but that's okay. I mean, this seems like it's going in the right direction, so hopefully. I don't know. There is like a tiny part of me that actually hopes that that other room that we can't seem to enter is the path to the boss, just because I think it would be a funny little thing to happen. It's like, man, it's like we were doing fine on the run, and then we got screwed by a random glitch, but I don't know. I don't know what that was. Like, I know I like kind of walked into the door in a funny way, like I sort of like slid along the wall and touched the door, so that's probably part of it. I'd probably just touched it in a way that it didn't anticipate being touched. There we go, we got the mob fight, okay. Not a huge deal then, I suppose. Still very scary in, like, principle. That can even happen. Although, really, how often are you going to have, like, coin doors that you have, like, if you have the actual pay-to-play item, I suppose, and you might have some coin doors like that can trigger and runs outside of this one. You might think algaes is a good option right now. Oh my god, I'm down to fucking 1 cent. I mean, I know I have money on the ground here, but seriously. Okay, I'm gonna have to algaes. I was maybe gonna save it for like a rainy day or something, but I think this is our rainy day fund right now that we need so sorely. So go ahead and just use Guppy's hairball as much as you can here, while you can use it safely. Suddenly it's the cat got your tongue challenge or something. Maybe I should have even waited to pick up the money just so I couldn't lose the money by getting hit. I don't know though. We are definitely in this sort of death spiral holding pattern right now on this run, though. Down to 5 cents on the fucking mom fight. We still got a ways to go, boys. We're gonna have to get lucky with some of these coin drops in the future. Otherwise, who knows? We'll be too broke to continue. Just like my real life. Alright. So we're gonna go Polaroid, I suppose. Not that it really matters. And then we'll head on down. 6 cents to our name. We in this, boys. We in it to win it. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's the amazing 6-coin wonder. Watch as one man takes on the world with only 6 pennies to his name and makes Isaac his bitch. Both Isaac the game and Isaac the boss, hopefully. If I can get that far, who knows? Really don't get hit though, like more than you've ever not wanted to get hit in the past. Even like on a lost run where getting hit would actually just end your run. This is, it doesn't have as bad of an effect directly, but it's like a slow burn towards that same effect, and it's like I would not be able to cope with that. My mind is racing with possibilities. Like, what if you just don't get coin drops for like enough rooms that it matters? And then it's like, well, I guess a sack of penny wasn't enough, man. Just wasn't enough. We just keep our nose to the grindstone, though, and make our dodges count. I think we might be able to scrape this one from the gutters. Who knows? Oh, God. I should have gotten hit there, and I'm not sure why I didn't. This is always a nasty fucking room, unless you have, like, flight or something. It's a bad time. Alright, gotta knock these guys down so that they can't shoot me. We're good. Okay, we're good. Got money there. Oh, I was like, what the fuck just happened? I ran out of money. So that answers my question, I suppose. The instant you hit 0 coins, you just die, even if there's money on the ground. That's... Well... I'm a little, I'm not sure how to feel about that, but... There you go, I suppose. I guess speed won't be the only challenge that we're coming back for, because I can't really justify trying to do another pay-to-play challenge in this video. God damn, though. That's 2 challenges that have got us beat this time, both of which are from the Afterbirth section of challenges here, so I suppose that should tell you something, is that these Afterbirth challenges really do pack a punch. So we got through all the Rebirth challenges just fine, but up to this point. At any rate, I suppose in episode 125 or whatever, we'll have a heart here. And we'll go from there. For now, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like and or comment down below. It really helps out the channel. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more. I post a single Isaac video every day at noon Mountain Time, so I'd love for you to join me tomorrow for the next one. I'll also join you tomorrow for the next one. It would be a little awkward if I wasn't there, honestly. Maybe Minu will join us tomorrow for the next one. She seems to have a vested interest in this. What do you say, Minu? Yeah, she seems to want to come, so... Alright, I'm gonna hop on out of here now, though, so have a good night. This is ArgonMatrix signing out. Thank you and good night.